defending, I think, it's like.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian. Come on. People deluded, I'm back again. Now, some of you would have seen on our second preseason game, I say second because we've actually drawn against Watford behind closed doors, and we've continued that theme today. As you can see, Nuremberg won, Arsenal won. Again, where do we start? I don't like to read too much into preseason. While I don't believe there's friendlies, while I believe every game should be taking us that more closer to being ready for the Premier League season and just taking us up the percentages. We all know it's a rotated side and there's not really importance, and the main thing is fitness. I hope there's no injuries. Odegaard allegedly pulled out with a slight knock. We obviously saw Trossard in the second half come off with something. Martinelli, Zinchenko and Tomiyasu obviously were not fit enough to be in the squad. That being said, first things first, I think you have to talk about the opponents. Credit to Nuremberg, very good playing out from the side, from the back. They limited the chances we could create. I feel both teams kind of cancelled each other out. Very good playing out from the back, very good technical level, and I think a draw is just about fine. Really, I don't think neither team did enough or created enough or simply done enough to snatch 3 points. Or I know it's not 3 points, but you get the point. From an Arsenal perspective, obviously it's our first game and not everyone's fitness is there. I think our right-hand side with Benjamin White and Saka evidently is going to be a lot more livelier than Kyrgios and Nelson. I think Kyrgios did very well in the inverted role. Yeah, man, I think Partey did well in the first half. I think Kyrgios looked all right. I think Benjamin White looked fairly sharp. If I'm harsh and if it was a Premier League game, I would say probably where I look at Trossard, Fabio Vieira at times, Eddie Nketiah, Saka, again, our players are having to drop too deep, which could be testament to Nuremberg. And it was interesting playing out from the back because you saw Kyrgios kind of be inverted and you saw Trossard and Fabio Vieira, who were playing centrally. They actually would go out wide at times and allow Saka and Cole to stay further inverted in infield. So it was interesting to see what was going on there. Obviously, looking at the second half, Karl Hein, you made a mistake against Brighton in the League Cup and, he looked a bit shaky in complete honesty. I think, he did well playing out from the back, but probably a victim of overconfidence. He gifted after a great, individual bit of play from Saka, obviously allowed us to open the scoring. Again, people are switching off and a miscommunication, a bit of lacking in concentration. Pardon me, saw them get the equalizer. And to be fair, we're quite fortunate at times when we was making mistakes. Cedric played a couple of square passes as well that they didn't capitalize on that. I actually feel Cedric, I'm by no means a fan of Cedric necessarily. I don't think he's a bad player. I just don't think we can move forward with him. I don't think he had a bad game defensively after starting Brighton and attacking since he went to sleep. Obviously, Miles Lewis-Skelly did quite well off the bench, as did Young Walters in his defending. I think Ethan Nwaneri, I'm happy you signed the scholarship. Lovely individual bits of skill. I feel Balogun can't play out wide. I feel Balogun gave a good account of himself, put himself about, but at the end of the day, he's missed 2 sitters and he's obviously ballooned a shot. Now, everybody, some Arsenal fans live in La La Land. The same fans that were moving like he has to be the greatest thing since sliced bread, he has to play every week of Arsenal Football Club, they're going to turn on him now and they'll be his biggest fans. So maybe a humbling experience for Balogun to think to himself, while I have all the confidence after I've built on my loan spell in France, I might not be where I want to be. I wasn't necessarily taken back by the decision making. Obviously, Kai Havertz, didn't learn too much about Kai Havertz, but he did occupy that 8 role, couple of decent touches, an effort where I thought he would volley it, but nothing really of note. So yeah, man, I don't think we created enough clear-cut chances on another day. I don't think I like to see my attacking players dropping deep. I have to credit to Nuremberg. They were brave on the ball. But ultimately, I think both teams, cancelled each other out. I hope Saka's all right. I don't think he suffered a serious injury, but it's another game, another team just kicking absolute lumps out of Bukayo Saka. So yeah, man, that's all I've really got to say on our first game of this German tour. We just need to be better against in the games in America, in MLS All-Stars, Barcelona and Manchester United. Obviously, after that, we've got Monaco, and that will be our preseason done because our season starts in the Community Shield against Manchester City, who beat Man United in the FA Cup and obviously pipped us to the league. So yeah, man, it was interesting to see the roles that when they were on the pitch of Havertz, Balogun, and Nketiah at times, Jesus, I saw him occupy wide areas. It is what it is, man. Really, we just have to keep moving. It is disappointing in the manner we scored a goal. It does feel like somebody has stole food off the plate, but there's no need to waffle any more than that. Let me know your thoughts, people. Comment, like, subscribe. Take care. Stay blessed. I'm out.
There's always just that active red flag defending. I think it's like